Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's get into our inspiration for the day. I have both of our jars down here to put the one that we've read into. So let's open it up. Okay. Let the young rain of tears come. Let the calm hands of grief come. It's not all as evil as you think. Rolf Jacobson. Wow, how fitting is that, you guys? That was a beautiful inspiration for today. Okay, let's get on in our creation for the day. What am I up to? What is that? What is that? I'm sure you know what that is. That was in one of my Temu hauls. It's a compact. And the other is a kitty purse mold. And this is the frame that I purchased separately. You have to purchase the frame separate for the purse molds. And this is the only one they have available for this mold because it looks like a cat. But we're going to create a Hello Kitty purse with this. Now it comes with two different purse straps, which I do not like. I have never liked them. I've made many purses and I've never ever used the chains that they've sent with them. But I do keep them to craft with. Actually, we put a piece of one of these on our fairy board to make it functional for the wall. I purchased a strap off of Amazon for this purse. Now, to start off, I have some resin here in my cup. It's about 40 milliliters, and I'm going to stir up the glitter mix that I mix up myself. It's just a bunch of gold, fine glitter, chunky glitter. It's just a mixture. I spray the mold with some alcohol, and now I only want this on the rim of the purse. So I'm just pulling the edge of it out and slowly letting it go back in. And I'm going to do that all the way around the purse until I get the rim completely full. And I'm not worried about the spillage that just came into the center because we can get some tape and remove that after it cures. But I may get a little silicone tool and brush most of it back down into the mold. And then we'll let it cure and I'll take some tape and run it across the top. See, I'm just going to push most of it back down in there. And I'm just going back around it again after I let it settle a little bit. And I'm going to make sure that it's completely full around the edge because I want it right there to the rim. But not coming over into the center of the purse. Now I'm going to use my heat gun, pop some of those surface bubbles. I need a new heat gun, you guys. This one is giving me fits. I'm going to spray a little bit of alcohol. Now let's take the compact mold here and I spritz a little alcohol in it. And I'm going to put a little bit of clear resin into the top part of the compact. And I'm going to choose a Hello Kitty sticker to place in there. But first I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. And I'm going to stir it up in there. Make sure it's in every bit of the resin that I poured in there. Stir it all about. Use my heat gun to pop any surface bubbles because I don't want any bubbles underneath my sticker here. And these are transparent stickers that I'm using. And there's no need to protect these stickers. There's no need to use any Mod Podge or anything on them. Because they are transparent, you know, they're ready, you know, to just go into resin. There's no need to prep these stickers at all. And I'm just going to trim off the bottom of where the tab was at for me to lift the sticker off the sheet. And then I'm going to place it down in here and get it straight. And I spritz it with a little alcohol. And now on the other side of the compact, I'm going to fill up the ears and the around the edges of the mold. I'm going to leave the center clear because we're going to go in with another color when this cures. And I'm just running my silicone tip brush around in there, making sure there's no bubbles stuck to the edge. And now I'm showing you there's a little section in this mold that we need to put a little bit of resin into. And I'm going to put clear resin in it. And I'm going to take my skewer stick here and I'm just going to drop it in a little bit at a time so that I don't get any bubbles stuck in there by pouring it all at once. I'm just going to ease the resin in there a little bit at a time and make sure that I keep the outer edges of it clean, because I'm sure this is what's going to attach the top compact to the bottom compact piece. So we need to make sure that it comes out just right. No over spillage on it or anything. And I'm going to put a little bit more of that gold glitter into the top part. Now, I have a bow here for a mold. It's a mold of a bow. And Hello Kitty has a bow in her hair. So we're going to try this mold for a bow. And then I have another mold too. I'm not sure which one we'll use. I'm using my Cast and Craft red opaque color. And I'm dropping about 6 drops into my cup of 40 milliliters of resin. And I'm going to drop in a little bit of glitter. And I'm going to stir that up. And that's what we're going to use for our the middle of our Hello Kitty. Now, you only get one of these molds. So we have to cast in this twice to get our top part of our purse and the bottom part of our purse, like the two pieces that are going to close the purse together, if that makes sense. So the edge where we put the gold glitter in is cured now. I'm going to spray a little alcohol in the mold, and then we're going to drop in that red, and we're going to let this cure, and then we're going to have to do this a second time to make our purse complete. And 40 milliliters done the trick for that. It filled that right up and gave me just the amount I needed. I wasn't sure what it was going to take. This mold I've never used before. I have different purse molds, but I've never casted in this one before. And I'm going to use my heat gun and heat that resin up a little bit, move it around, make sure I have enough resin on here, and pop some of those surface bubbles. I'm going to spritz a little alcohol. And there's something in there. I'm just going to get it out right quick. It looks like it was from the leftover resin from the other, when we put the gold down in there. It must have been sitting on the side of the mold. And it gelled up a little bit, and it was just sitting right there on the top. Caught my attention, so I just pulled it out. Now, we're going to go in with some red over our compact, where we put our transparent sticker in at. And then I'm going to bring the red over here and go in over the gold where we put the gold in at. And I put too much resin in there, so I'm going to dip some of it out because I can tell the mold is over poured. And I'm going to use my heat gun, move it around a little bit, and I may have to get a little bit more out of here. It still looks like it's too full. So I'm going to grab a popsicle stick and maybe I can pick it up a little bit better. And there's another one of those strings that was attached to the side where we put the gold in at, some of the resin that gelled up. So it caught my attention, and there I am trying to pull it out. But I just packed it back down in there and let it be. It just kept coming out of there, and I wasn't sure how much more was going to come out. So I was like, you know what? I better leave that alone. I hope it didn't mess up, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to spray a little alcohol and push it to the side. Now I have my glitter here. This is the same glitter that I used. It's one of my mixes that I used for the outer rim of our purse. And I'm going to stir it up. I have 40 milliliters of resin again. And I dropped a little piece of gold glitter into the red over there, and I'm just getting it out. Now let's stir this up, set it to the side, let it degas. We're back. I sprayed a little alcohol in the mold, and we're going to go ahead and make this bow right quick for our purse. Do you see me having to beat my heat gun? I have to take my scissors and beat it on and take it and beat it off. It's a mess, y'all. I got to get me a new heat gun. Okay, now here's the other bow that I have. I know it looks big, but it's really not that big. So we're going to go ahead and put some of this gold in it. And we will decide which bow we will use when we demold them. And I'm just placing a little bit of resin in there. And I'm going to take my silicone tipped brush and I'm going to run it about in those cracks and crevices in the mold and make sure that we don't have a bubble stuck in there. And then I'm going to beat my heat gun and get it back on again. Lord help me. And I'm going to heat that resin up and pop any surface bubbles. Beat my heat gun back off. Spray a little alcohol, and now we're going to go ahead and top the mold off. Hey, it still works, y'all, so I'm not going to buy a new one until it completely just clumps on me and doesn't work anymore. And I'm going to heat it up again, pop any of those surface bubbles. Spray a little alcohol. And then I'm just cleaning the edges of the mold off where I got a little bit of the resin, and we're going to cover this. Now we're back and everything has cured. So let's go ahead and demold. I'm going to move a few of those pieces out of the way, and let's demold the top or bottom of our purse. It really doesn't matter because we have to do it again. And I wish I would have got the glitter on the side a little bit. I wish I would have added a little bit more glitter to my cup, because it's looking like you can see through this. You know, some people don't like you to see through their purse. But I guess maybe it doesn't look that bad. Let's take a look at it. Isn't that cute? I love that red and gold together. I wish I would have put a little bit more gold in there, though. Oh, well. Now let's get our compact and let's see what it looks like. That is cute. That is super cute. But I wish it had a little bit of gold on it. I really don't like that part of the compact. I wish maybe I would have done the ears gold on it or something. Now this is cute. I love how this came out. Now I put a few dots on the back of there with the resin to see if you could see it, you know, like raindrops, but you really can't. I was just had extra resin and I was just, you know, doing something. Just doodling on my resin. Now here's the little clear piece that we was careful adding the resin into. And I believe that's going to put our two pieces together, connect them together somehow. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. I'm trying to see how it's going to go on there. I've never made one of these before. I don't know if it goes this way or the other way. Doesn't look like that's working. I can't keep it in my hand either. I've got butterfingers. Okay, that's not how you do it. Let's try it this way. If I can keep the top compact on there, my goodness. Oh. I bet you this is how it goes. It's not wanting to go down in there though. Let's turn it around maybe. I just can't hold on to it, y'all. It's so slippery. Oh well, we'll just put it over here to the side and figure that out later. Okay, let's see what our bow looks like. Now these are matte. They're not shiny. But I love these bows. They are so cute. But I'm not sure if the little one is going to look best or if the big one's going to look better. So let's get the big one demolded and see what it looks like. Oh, isn't that bow beautiful? Oh, I think I'm liking the bigger bow better, but it looks a little bit too big. I'm going to have to think about this for a little bit. Big bow or little bow? Go big or go home? Okay, we're back and I have 40 milliliters of resin and I'm going to use that same gold glitter, mix it up in the resin. Now, I decided to do the top part of that compact again, so I have another Hello Kitty out here. And we're going to drop a little bit of that clear resin in the top of that compact. I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. Stir it up in there. I'm going to use my heat gun to pop any bubbles. And I'm not going to redo the other side of our compact because I like how it turned out. I just want a different top for the compact bottom. So I'm going to straighten up that sticker and then I'm going to lay it to the side so that it can cure. And then we'll put the gold in behind it probably. Or the red. I'm not sure which. Let's spray our mold with some alcohol. And now let's go ahead and pull the sides of it out and drop that gold in there like we did the other half of the purse. I purchased one of those molds that reminds me of a wind chime. But this one is one like a baby mobile. It has elephants and balloons. It's a lot that goes into making those. I didn't realize it. And I have no idea how to put it together. I got it for my daughter to put in Grace's bedroom. You know, over her baby bed. But I just, Lord, it looks like a lot that goes into that. And I have no idea how to put it together. Have any of y'all done one of those before? Let me know. And let me know, is it really that hard? Okay, I'm just scraping those edges here, making sure I get that glitter down in the sides. I'm going to use my heat gun, pop any surface bubbles, heat that resin up, and make sure I have just enough down in the sides to where I want it to come to. Now we're back, it's cured, and I'm going to take some tape and get off that excess that was on the sides and clean it up a little bit before we go in with our red. Now I have 40 milliliters of resin here, the Cast and Craft Red Opaque, and I'm going to drop in about 6 drops. And I'm going to drop in that glitter. Stir it up, making sure I get the sides of the cup and the bottom of the cup really good. Now I let it sit for 5 minutes and degas. I sprayed the mold with a little alcohol, and now I'm dropping in that resin. And I'm going to heat it up, move it around a bit, and make sure that it has enough resin to fill the mold up, and I don't have any, any dimples in it or anything. Popping any surface bubbles. I'm going to spray it with a little alcohol. Now we're back, and we set that piece over there to the side to cure. This is the other half that we done, and you see how it's easy to push it out? Well, I didn't want to lay it down on my table without putting these cups underneath it, because if I did that, it may do a puddle in the middle of the purse, because it's not fully cured yet. It wants to sink a little in the middle. So I put those cups there so that it wouldn't do that. It won't pool in any certain areas of the mold while I'm trying to dome it. So I'm putting that resin on the top here. I have about 20 milliliters of resin here. And I'm just going to put a little bit on there and heat it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take that sticker that I chose for the front part of the purse. And now I'm going to lay it down where I put that resin. And now I'm going to just take my brush here and push all that resin that's underneath it out. Because we don't want any bubbles underneath our sticker, because it will cause it to lift while it's curing. And then you'll be able to see it. So we want to make sure we get all that air and the bubbles and the resin out from underneath the sticker. And now I'm going to go ahead and just dome this top right on up. And I'm going to use my heat gun to pop any of the surface bubbles. And I just see a few bubbles that I am nudging them a little bit to let them float to the top so that I can spray a little alcohol and pop them. Now I'm going to cover it. And now we're back. It is cured. So let's remove our cups and take a look at it. Oh, it's glossy and beautiful. Now, here's our other part, and it is cured. So I was showing you right here. I don't know why that looks that way, but we're going to take it out and check the mold out and see if there's something on the mold that caused it to do that, because it should not look like that. So I'm going to take a look at the mold. And yes, there's a chip missing, a slight little chip missing out of the mold. Can you guys see that? And that's what caused it to slide over into that little chip and cause it to go over my the mold. But no biggie, I'll sand it right on out of there. Let's go ahead and open up our frame and slide our pieces in there and take a look at it. I'm so excited to get it together, you guys. It's looking so cute. Look at that. Isn't that precious? Oh my goodness, this is so cute. Now let's take out that other part of the compact. What do you guys think? Do y'all like that better? I'm going to slow the video down a little bit so we can take a better look at it. I had to speed parts of it up or else we was going to be at an hour. Okay, let's see which one we like in the compact better. Do y'all like the red? Or do you like the gold and the red? I got a piece of wax paper and laid it down on my table and laid the purse down on it. Now let's just take a look here at which one we like better. Now I don't have a mirror for this compact yet. I purchased these off of Temu. They were in my haul, one of my hauls. And they didn't come with mirrors. Usually when you buy something like this that has a mirror, it comes with at least 1 or 3 mirrors. But these did not. So I'm going to have to go and see what I can do to get a mirror on this compact. I may have to buy an acrylic sheet off of Amazon and cut it down myself. I'm not really sure. Does anybody else know, do you have this mold and where I can get the right size glass little mirror for it? Let me know if anybody knows where they are at. I would really like to get one that's already cut and shaped to fit the compact so I don't have to, hassle with that. Okay, now I chose to go with the gold and the red and gold backing to this compact. So here's our little clear piece here, and I have my glue out, and I did figure this out, that that part that I was just showing you, it faces outward. And then you slide it in each it has a little slit on the inside and the outside. And then you just place it on there, and it fits right in there. But you have to get the little clear clip on there the right way, or it doesn't fit. And there it is. Now it opens and closes. Isn't that too cute? I'm thinking about making another one of these and putting a magnet on each of the ears so that it will stay closed. You can open it and it'll stay closed when you close it. Because I do have some tiny magnets that would do the job. Now here I'm just taking my little stick and pushing my glue down into that little slot because I don't want the glue to get anywhere else and enable our compact to open and close. We want it to be functional. So I don't want to glue it shut. So I'm just making sure that I have the glue in the right places. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop that little piece on there that makes it functional. And I'm going to clean it up. And then we'll set it to the side and let it dry. That is too cute. Okay, now we need to glue our purse together. And I love using this glue right here. It's my favorite glue to use. It has never failed me. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glue inside here. I did skip where the bottom down there where the it's at where you open and close the purse because I don't want to glue the purse closed. So I'm making sure I stay away from that area. So now I'm going to set it down on there and I'm going to let that dry. Now we're at back and here's the other side. I added a little bit of glitter in there to bind it a little bit better, to the glue so it would just bind a little better. And I'm just pushing it down on there. And now we have both pieces put together. And I'm just going to clean that glitter up right quick. Put it back in my glitter bottle. My little container. And now the purse strap came in. Let's take a look at it. I'm hoping it's going to work. Oh goodness, I don't think it's going to fit, y'all. And the reds are a little bit off, but that's no big deal. It will look fine, when you have it on your arm. It's not going to throw the purse off. I have a purse like that and it doesn't throw it off in any way. Okay, now I have the little things out here. Let's see. Nope, it's not going to fit, you guys. So I have these little rings here. I call them miniature keychains. They're just like a keychain, but they're miniature. So I'm going to get my pliers out and open it up so that I can run it through there. Get it opened up and slide it in there and then pull it through. And now let's go ahead and clip our strap onto that. And that looks cute. Doesn't look bad at all. Now I'm going to do the other side the same way. These little things are so tiny, they're hard to keep in your hand and keep opened. So now we have it. There it is. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? I love it. It is absolutely adorable. Now look at this bow. I put a spinner on the back of it, y'all. And there, look at it spinning. Isn't that cute? I may use that on another one, but I'm still going to this bow right here as my favorite choice. But it's still a little bit too big. I don't know. It's something about it. The bottom part here is too big. So let's go ahead and try to recast this in the mold. And let's try to only fill up half of the mold. And see if we can get a better bow. You know, that looks a little bit smaller and what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and put a little alcohol in the mold. Put that glitter in there. And then I'm going to take my silicone tip tool and run it about in there. Make sure there's no bubbles in there. Use my heat gun. I'm just going in those crevices and places in there that the bubbles can hide. And I'm going to use my heat gun again. Heat it up, pop any surface bubbles. Spray it with a little alcohol, and we're going to set it to the side. I'm going to add a little bit more to it, but I don't want to get up there on the other part of the mold. I think that might make the size bow I'm looking for without having to purchase another mold. I have extra resin left over, so I'm just going to throw it in this mold right here and make 2 more bows that I may use at another time because I do love those bows. Now we're back. This is cured. I want it a little bit soft, and that's what it is. It's a little bit soft. And the reason being is because I want it to cure fully on the purse and kind of make its shape and mold onto our Hello Kitty purse. And I'm just going to trim it up a little bit. Make it look nice. I don't want the bow to look like it's just been glued on there. I want it to look like it came on the purse. So I kind of want it to make its shape and form onto that ear of that side of the kitty purse. I'm going to trim it up a little bit more and look at it one more time. Everything looks good. So let's go ahead. I lost the top to my glue, y'all, so I had to stick a push pin in there. So, hey, it works. So I put a little glue on there, and I'm going to put a little pressure on it, and I'm going to go ahead and put that mold on it and let it just sit there. Now we're back. Everything is dry, and look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love that bow a lot better than the bigger version. And see how it just kind of shaped and molded to the purse because I left it a little bit, you know, I didn't let it fully cure until it was on the purse. Okay, here we are, and this is it, you guys. What do you think? Well, it's about that time, my friends. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.